we purchased a cell phone stand, which in the van looks huge, I guess, but I'm looking forward to it because when you're sitting at the couch and you want to watch TV, we've been watching TV on our phones, which works, but you get tired of holding it. There's a fly. This is van life. Keep it real, baby. So this is the clamp for the phone. So it's meant to hold your phone like that. So it holds your phone. It grips really nice, right? You have, I think, about 3 inches max. So it seems a little flimsy, right? But it really isn't. So like here's a perfect spot. So now we just twist this thing and it tightens there on the little stop. And this just pivots around. This sucks. No, go ahead. No, over here. Are you filming? And this just pivots like that, and then it holds the phone for you. And hopefully this weekend we're going to go up to about 4 hours north of where we are now, and check out that area and be out, maybe BLM camp or something like that. Got it on Amazon. Where else would you buy stuff? We'll put a link in my kit, and you'll see it there. We'll let you know how it goes long term. Thank you very much. Ciao. So after the van again had its issues this week, overheating, it's at the shop, and so we're at a hotel room. Just got done doing laundry. It's one thing you always try to make sure if the Vanagon's in the shop that you take what you need out of it. And then we walked, instead of taking Uber or Lyft, we're walking to the laundry, and now we're walking back. So lets you appreciate the things that you maybe take for granted. We've had some really nice homes in the past, and they're just not here right now. All right, we thought we'd go over a top items list of living in the van in an urban setting. Wearing shoes and socks at the house never was a problem, but in the van, it does create a lot of dust, and for some reason too, it captures everything in your shoes.
It's stinky.
It's just not great. What we do is when we get into the van, we switch to flip-flops.
We baby wipes our feet.
Yeah, so not a fun subject, but avoid driving too much. So the Vanagon is not obviously known for amazing gas mileage, so you'll end up spending a lot of money on gas, and then it starts to not make a lot of sense. So try to reduce the amount of driving that you need to do, which in an urban setting is totally not an easy thing. But I think we've got it dialed in now, so it's not bad.
Yeah, so like we found, which works well, a regional park with a cheap annual pass, like $80 a year. And so that's where we hang all day. They are switching to winter hours though, so we won't be able to do the evenings anymore. The aerosol was a fun part.
For the van carpet, when I installed it, I used a spray-on glue, and it's good in some ways because it's kind of forgiving. Like you spray it on and you can kind of rub it off once it's dry. But what happened is that can, I think, with the temperature changes and also elevation changes when some of the drives we did, the can all on its own.
It's right there coming down the tree.
It was a squirrel.
Whoa!
The can, too much going on. The can on its own just started releasing the glue underneath where the bench is. So that ended up becoming a problem. Be careful with aerosols that you store that are subject to, I think all of them are probably subject to some sort of
with pressure, like if you go
pressure
in altitude
issues.
and stuff. Yeah.
Oh, it's bright. Sun. Okay, so the next item.
Spices and
Spices, honey, things like that. Initially, when we first packed out the van, we thought, hey, that's kind of cool. We've seen people cook and stuff. And so we had some garlic cloves, we had spices. And the problem with that is with the heat where we live, and I don't think it has to be that hot, it ends up kind of just becoming this spice bomb in your van. And then things just kind of find a way of leaking. The same as with the honey. I had some honey in there, and even though I put it in different configurations, like no matter what, it still wanted to ooze out, so that became an issue as well. If you want to save things like that, I would say the jars that are sealed would be...
Don't tell anybody where your sleeping spots are, because people would say, so where do you spend the night? Where do you stay at night? I've had this asked to me so many times, and you have to
we always say
vague.
somewhere legal.
But you have to be more disciplined, putting things back always, so it doesn't come a big mess, because it will very quickly.
Yeah, what's
So-
weird is you can just put something down
Right.
somewhere and suddenly lose it,
You're
and you
right.
know it's somewhere in the van.
Even though it's a small space. So you do want to always put things back.
wait,
Once
maybe
you
this
grab
way.
something, put it back right away, so your living space always stays
The
neat.
thing with the table in the van again, the way it's configured, one thing's behind another thing.
Plus, when you do stealth camping, you don't want to be moving around in the morning looking for stuff making noise. You want everything ready to go in the bag. Personally, because I work from the van, I'm in the van all day. When it got to
That sounds too excited.
95, 98, I just came down to putting my dog in doggy daycare at PetSmart for like $24.
Lily.
So she's in the AC. She doesn't like it, but at least she's not overheating. And then I can
Right.
go to a cafe or library and work and be also comfortable in the AC. So that's what we ended up doing in the few days that were above 95.
Part is challenging is when you have a dog in the city environment, how and where you can have your dog, right? You have to be respectful to people and restaurants and everything else. So
It's doable. It's not always the most convenient lifestyle.
yeah, it's highs and lows.
Yeah, but it's doable.
But at
Definitely.
least it's highs and lows. It's not just static boredom. That's all I got.
Some people are fine with boredom. honey.
Exactly. Oh, I'll leave you with the dandelion right here. There, you can see the dandelion. That's all we have for now. See ya.